Representatives has mandated a joint committee on communication, justice, information and culture, and national security and intelligence to investigate the recent decision of the federal government to suspend the operations of the microblogging and social networking sites Twitter in Nigeria. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Femi Gbajabiamila, made the announcement during the legislative intervention in plenary on Tuesday and gave the joint committee 10 days to execute the assignment speedily. The House specifically directed the joint committee to invite the Minister of Information and Culture, Mohammed, to brief the House on the objectives, intent, and duration of the suspension on the operations of Twitter in Nigeria. The Speaker said the outcome of the investigation would determine further actions the House would take on the suspension of Twitter's operations in Nigeria, as the investigation is also to find out the legal authority for the suspension of the operations of the microblogging sites.
Fidelity to our responsibilities in situations like this require the legislature and legislators to, as in the words of Rudyard Kipling, keep your head when all about you are losing theirs. We listen to the agitation of the people, but we also hear from government, so that from the abundance of information, we reach the level of awareness that allows us to discharge our role dispassionately. It is in service of our obligations under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and our moral duty to the Nigerian people that the leadership of the House has mandated from today the House Committees on Communication, Justice, Information and Culture, and National Security and Intelligence to immediately commence an investigation to determine, 1, the circumstances of the decision by the federal government of Nigeria to ban the operations of Twitter in Nigeria, and 2, the legal authority for the ban on the operations of Twitter in Nigeria. The committees are additionally mandated to invite the Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, to brief the House of Representatives on the objectives, intent, and duration of the suspension of Twitter in Nigeria, and to report to the House within 10 days.
Meanwhile, some members of the People's Democratic Party caucus walked out of the plenary to address the press on their grievances, insisting that members of the PDP caucus in the House will continue to tweet in disregard to the ban. This was as a result of the Speaker ruling out the PDP leader in the House, Kingsley Chida, who said waiting for 10 days for the committee to report back to the House would amount to the ban remaining for another 10 days.
Mr. Speaker, my dear colleagues, as a representative of the people, I have a source of communication with my constituents. I have a source of interaction with Nigerians. But in moving this, I must, with every sense of responsibility, Mr. Speaker, commend the step you took this morning concerning this issue of ban on Twitter. Very proactive, very timely, very apposite. But, Mr. Speaker, my concern is that as a Nigerian, and for several other Nigerians out there, the implication is that for 10 days that we have given our committee to work, that this breach will continue. And we don't even know how long thereafter that our interaction with the executive arm will last. Mr. Speaker, whilst I agree with the submission, with the position of the leadership of this House in total, I will only want to add that for breach of fundamental human rights, particularly right to fair hearing, right to freedom of speech and expression, that we should urge the executive arm in the interim, I use the word urge, the executive arm, in the interim, to reverse this order, pending the outcome of our interaction with the executive arm.
Thank you, Honorable Chinda.
Yes, sir.
Let me very quickly, so that we can move along, refer you to Order 9, Rule 1, Sub-Rule 6 of our rules. I shall also assist you in reading it out for clarity.
Yes, sir. Mr. Speaker, let me read.
It shall be out of order to attempt to reconsider any specific question upon which the House has come to a conclusion during the current session, except upon the substantive motion of rescission. The matter has been sent to the relevant committees to investigate, and look into the issues that you are talking about, and they will report to us within 10 days. That is what even if we have brought a motion here, we would have referred it to the same committee, and your motion may even have been killed. We don't know. So this way, we have even saved the day. The institution will look into it. In 10 days, we'll know what action to take. And you have not complied with the Order 9, Rule 6. You're ruled out of order.
Mr. Speaker,
please, Chinda, please be guided.
Mr.
Please.
Speaker, if I will be heard.
Please
the
be
next
guided.
order of the day.
Chief Whip.
Mr. Speaker, if I will only be heard.
The next order of the second business of the day is presentation of three reports of the committee.
Already, the speaker has already ruled on it. Please resume your seat. You know the rules better. You know how to come back. You know the rules better. If you are so passionate about it, you know how to come back.
Mr. Speaker, in the circumstance, for PDP members who have agreed will continue.
The next order of the day
Please, Chinda, please, you are a ranking member.
is the first reading.
We'll continue to tweet.
Please,
We are with Nigerians. And if the Attorney General wants to...
Where is it? Chair Clark. Where is it here? Where is it? I don't see it in my...
Recall that the minister, while defending the government's decision, cited the persistent use of the platform for activities that are capable of undermining Nigerians' corporate existence. Aniti Patrick, Core TV News, Abuja.